match do you think this is going to be, Justin?
Look, I think with the conditions, I think kicking is going to be a hugely important factor. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to, to throw the ball around in your own end, but Leeds will try that, no doubt. So I think kicking is going to be extremely important to win field position. If Crusaders can defend well, they're going to get themselves in the game.
Jonathan?
That's the key, defence, because Leeds are going to come at them. It's the forward pack collectively, I think. If they can just try and match the Leeds forwards, you've got Michael Witt, and of course you've got Jared Samet to come on if the game is close at the end. If they're in it with 20 minutes to go, they'll have done well, and then they'll believe that they can do it. But they have to go right from the start. That's the key here, because Leeds will really come at them.
Well, they've gone right from the start already, because they got fed up of hanging around for Leeds. Thought, well, we're not going to do that. We'll get out there on the pitch. Leeds are keeping us waiting, and we'll get out there on the pitch, and they can come out and join us there. So let's head up to our commentary boxes. Crusaders, Huddle and Bond. Up there we have the Wakefield coach John Keir, twice a Challenge Cup winner, and alongside him Dave Woods.
Well, it's a real time for togetherness for this Welsh side ahead of what is undoubtedly a massive challenge here. One of those heavy days at Headingley, the potential for thunderstorms and lightning action hanging in the air in equal measure on a sultry afternoon in West Yorkshire. Danny Banderas amongst those coming out here for this Leeds side. He could be a key figure this afternoon, young and old alike. Looking forward to what we hope will be a classic cup tie here today. Jamie Peacock, great to see him back. This is the way they're lining up today. Leeds, well, Kevin Sinfield starts at standoff despite the recent return of Danny Maguire. Maguire is on the bench, as we will see in just a moment. In the pack, no Jamie Jones-Buchanan or Ryan Bailey, both were in the 19, but as we've seen, Jamie Peacock, all heart and inspiration, starts for the first time in 8 months. Michael Witt, key player for the Crusaders, the man who wears the number 6, and young Welsh back Elliot Keir gets a rare chance this afternoon in place of the cup-tied Jordan Tansey. There's some real grunt in the pack as well. Hep Cahill, ex-Melbourne, has been proving his pedigree since his arrival at the Welsh club in March. And both coaches will be hoping there are some game changers and game breakers on the bench. Danny Maguire and Paul McShane of Leeds, Jared Sabat for Crusaders may fit that bill. And a very, very experienced referee in Steve Ganson, the man who officiates this afternoon. Good to see him back as well.
Okay.
Well, it's a decent crowd.
Ready to go.
We're looking forward to a decent game.
Okay, straight into
It's
it,
a
lads.
familiar path. And off we go again, along the road to Wembley. And every chance that one of these two might go the distance. Leeds have been there, Crusaders have never been beyond the 5th round. That's the next. And they know they find a huge hurdle in their way if they're going to get past the 4th round this time out. But there's hope, John Keir.
There certainly isn't. It's that time of year again, isn't it, Dave? It's the time we get excited. Challenge Cup time. What's the story going to be about in 2011? Is it going to be the Welsh side Crusaders progressing, or will it be the Rhinos having a great tilt once again at the final?
Jamie Peacock come firing out there to make sure that Hep Cahill's movement forward was kept to a minimum. We're going to see plenty of him as the day goes on. He might not be completely match fit yet, Jamie Peacock, but when has that ever stopped him from giving 158%? It's going to be a kick on the 6th. A crafty little kick as well from Michael Witt. Taken easily enough by Lee Smith. He's another who's returning from injury. He's back from a hamstring injury. And although he wears the number 2, there is an argument to say that a couple of the first choice Leeds three-quarters are not on the pitch today. Callum Watkins and Ben Jones-Bishops, 2 youngsters with incredible futures ahead of them, both missing, both because of fairly serious injuries.
It's a very accomplished three-quarter line though, Dave, and I think both teams really feeling their way into this game and looking just to get a good touch of the ball, a positive contribution and a good kick at the end of the set.
Well, they made reasonable distance here. Burrow with a flat pass, but Crusaders' defensive line is up there. This is tackle 6, Banderas. Webb, the fullback up in the line, and he's going to force the issue as well. It's a forward pass. Well, Ryan Hall's claiming the try.
Well, there's been lots of controversy in recent weeks in Super League. about the flat pass or the forward pass. And Brent Webb's in one of the
Where did he get that from?
the main
One of my favourite
culprits, and I think you'll see there his momentum was stopped, and it's in the hands really that you look. The hands went forward, and for me, Steve Ganson got it dead right.
Well, I think the touch judge called that, and I think Jamie Peacock actually asked him, was that a forward pass? And I think we might have heard a cheeky, I'm not sure, from the referee, but it was a touch judge on this near side.
Well, he's in a great position to do that, isn't he? And Brent Webb, he's taken a hit there when he made that pass. He plays at the line, does Brent Webb. He doesn't play away from the line in the comfort zone. He plays where you may well get hurt, and I think after he passed the ball, he got to wallop.
Well, this will be a big moment from Leeds' point of view, because if they lose Webb here, there's a tackle from Gareth Thomas, I think it was, who gave him the big hard shoulder.
Yeah, that was great play from Webb. He attracted two players there, and it was quite within his rights there. Gareth Thomas is going to play at the line. You must take him out. But he has fallen awkwardly. And it's a big concern for the Rhinos so early in the game. The first set in possession. And Brent Webb off.
Hey! Where's your bottle of water? Have you forgot it?
Well, Danny Maguire is the man on the bench, of course. The only back on the bench. Luke Burgess, Ian Kirk and Paul McShane are all forwards, so he's the man who's had to come on. And, well, we would have seen him at some point in the afternoon, obviously, but I don't think Brian McDermott would have been expecting to put him on this early in the game.
And I certainly don't think he'll be expected to put him on in the centre, with Keith Senior going out onto the wing and Lee Smith, I believe, who's taking the mantle of the full-back role.
And a reminder that Danny Maguire is returning from injury as well, so there is, although he's had about 3 or 4 games, hasn't he, but still that slight shady doubt of match fitness. There's Cahill, Hep Cahill, who played against Leeds in the 2010 World Club Challenge for Melbourne. Up from dummy half is Lloyd White, and taken on here by Rhys Hanbury, one of the recent arrivals. 6th tackle coming up. Crusaders 10 yards inside Leeds territory, so Witt will put the high ball up. The little tester here, and Lee Smith, just a little bit of a juggle, but takes it well enough.
Well, that's welcome to playing full-back, Lee, isn't it? And it was a good kick there, and Keith Senior, it bought him a bit of time, but Lee Smith, after the little bobble, cleaned it up, and now it's the Rhinos just getting out of their red zone.
Gareth Thomas!
Badeiras up at dummy half.
Hold.
Looking to this blind side, Smith again involved, and Ryan Hall now coming on.
Move!
Crusaders looking to keep Leeds inside this half if they can. Sinfield, little ball back, Luluai. Up and down, good offload, Badeiras to Burrow. Now they have the numbers here, Sinfield. Well, had he gone outside, there were 3 waiting. He's got it belatedly away. Not much on for Clarkson, but Burrow just making themselves available. And Burrow with a fall, and he's lost it.
That was a good tackle, that, from Richard Moore. There was Rob Burrow carrying the ball in 2 hands, and he really was a very forceful contact, and that's really a forced error there for the Crusaders. Tremendous work there from Richie Moore. You see Burrow's ball in 2 hands. Moore got the shoulder in, ball came loose.
Here's Ryan O'Hara. Good position here. White. Witt. Into the line comes the fullback Shivkovsky, but there are plenty of Leeds numbers across there. But the potential remains here for the Welsh side. Witt again. Richard Moore. A little bit of a looped pass, but they keep it alive. It's with Vince Mellors. Kiwi looking for the step on the inside, and eventually they managed to wrap him up, but Crusaders are in an excellent position here, and they still have tackles in the bag. Hanbury's going to try and take them on. Well, tackle 6 is the next.
And this is a big play, Dave. The last tackle play when you're in such an attacking position.
Witt with a kick to the corner. Reardon's on the chase. He has taken it. It's been knocked down, and I think Hep Cahill might have touched this down.
Okay,
it's going to be a video referee.
No doubt about that, Dave. Again, we said the end of the set, very, very important indeed. And that was a good kick, and it was well contested at the very end. I'm certain they'll be looking first of all at the onside offside decision, but for me there'll be no problem with that because it's a very lateral kick. You see there, well onside there. That's a lovely timing of the chase. And now we come through. They're both up there, they're both looking at the ball, and it's just a matter now, does the ball go forward? Hall's got the ball, he's lost it, and for me, providing the ball is grounded by Cahill, it's going to be a try.
Well, we've been through every potential problem, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I think that's tremendous work there. Great contest from Stuart Reardon. The ball came free, and down it is by Cahill.
Well, Heb Cahill only arrived in Wales on March, but he's just scored a huge try in the Challenge Cup a couple of months later to put his side into the lead. There's an awful long time to go here, of course there is, but that'll give them plenty of encouragement.
It's a great start though, isn't it, for the Crusaders? And for me, that you can take all that, you know, back to Richie Moore, forcing the error on Rob Burrow. That gave them the field position. They maintained that field position and then came up with a great last tackle play.
So Clinton Shivkovsky is a very good goal kicker, as Brian Noble was pointing out, just ahead of the game.
Yeah, I've got you.
He's of Polish descent, hence the name, not Clinton, Shivkovsky. But it's the more difficult angle from a right-footed kicker because he's on this right-hand side, so he'll have to curl it in across the face of the sticks here. Little wave of the arm to show the ball where he wants it to go. And he struck it well and hard enough. Has he got the spin just wide?
Yeah, be a little disappointed, Shivkovsky there. He's very good with those conversions, but this is an excellent kick there from Michael Witt, renowned for his kicking game. But I like the contest here. It's a 50-50 job. Reardon forces the error, and Cahill's just got the wherewithal to snatch the ball and plunk it over the whitewash. Great start for the Welsh team.
So 4-0 with 7 minutes play. And they'll need to take every opportunity they're given here today. This Crusaders side, they have a reputation of being slow starters. They've got a penalty here.
Bring him down.
Jamie Peacock's timing in the tackle is not quite as it should be.
Well, that's it's a fairly easy way to get out of your own red zone is a penalty, and it's a piggyback upfield, courtesy of Jamie Peacock's foul play. So I'm certain that the Crusaders will welcome that.
Tanya Arnold's got news on the touchline. Tanya.
Yeah, Brent Webb's got a bad dead leg, they're saying, but as he hobbled past here with the help of two guys, you could see the swelling coming up on his right thigh. So though they say they're going to work on him, it did look pretty serious. Also, Danny Baderas has been wrapped up. He had a nasty cut over his eye.
Baderas still out there, of course. Knock on, mistake.
Yeah, that's a let-up, isn't it, there? Lloyd White there, they've got great field position. And he's looking what to do with the ball before he secures control of the ball. Soft error there from White.
Second row, Luis.
And it's really has let Leeds off the hook.
Okay.
So Burrow with the feed.
Out.
Queuing up to take this here.
One.
Delaney.
Move. Hold.
Made his debut for
Go,
Leeds against
Peter,
Crusaders
up
last
his
year, if
leaders.
memory serves, on a wintry
Move.
night in Wrexham.
Move. Hold.
This is Baderas. Peacock up to lead the charge.
Move.
So just a plotting of a path downfield here by Leeds. Burrow with the ball back on the inside. Luluai's lost it. Play on. Collected instead by Lloyd White. And these are encouraging moments for the Crusaders. Robbie Paul's watching with his beady eye down by the touchlines. What have you made of it, Robbie?
Well, it's going to be a massive blow for the Rhinos losing Brent Webb. He's a big strike weapon for them when they come into the good ball. So, but the main thing for Rhinos right now, they've got to get field position and get down into the opposition's half and hold the ball and respect the ball.
Here's the Welsh youngster White, who turns it out to Hanbury.
Third. Move.
A cry for a forward pass, but not given on that occasion. Here's Peter Lupton, the Cumbrian. Although he will be Welsh by the end of the year, Peter Lupton. He's going to qualify on residency grounds. Witt. Here's Cahill. Well away by him, Shivkovsky. Across the line to try and make the numbers, and one-handed holds it up and does very well. It's Mellors who cuts back on the inside. He looks to push Lee Smith away. Mellors by himself is over. Has he touched it down? No, he hasn't.
Well, that's great skill, isn't it? Shivkovsky's skill there with his grip on the ball and his offload was absolutely first class.
And they still have the position here. Witt, little kick to the corner. Not as deep this time. Taken by Reardon. Keeps it alive. Here's Thomas. And that was a six tackle, so it'll be the handover.
Yeah, well, it's an obvious ploy, isn't it, from Yestin Harris and the Crusaders. They really are picking out Hall, trying to land the ball on him, and Reardon really is making it a contest.
Well, the South standing good voice at the moment. The drums are banging, the beat is playing.
Yeah, but it just held up there, Vince Mellors, and a good decision there from referee Steve Gans.
Here's Badeiras. Lulai wanted it, went deeper behind him. Pitts put down. Badeiras stands and waits, has a good look at what's behind, what his options are. Sinfield's going to kick. Just looking for distance, putting it downfield, looking for the chase to get after this. Make Crusaders do the work from inside their own 20 here.
And it's a good kick, wasn't it, from Kevin Sinfield, turning the ball over in a good position for Leeds. And he actually changed the kick. He looked up and he saw Shivkovsky's positioning, and he altered the kick, and it really did make Shivkovsky track across the field to retrieve the ball.
Here comes Richard Moore. Good driving effort by him, that's terrific. Good leg strength. Taking Leeds back an extra 5 yards. The dummy half, it's Lloyd White. And wider still to Mellors. Look at the gaps here. A chance for young Elliot Keir. It's a wonderful kick over the top. There are only red shirts chasing this, and Reece Hanbury will touch down. It's a second Crusaders try. What kind of an upset are we looking at here?
Well, we certainly could be looking at one, but we call Brent Webb as a forward pass, and from the naked eye there was a very iffy pass in the build-up to this try. Really liked Elliot Keir's skill down the left-hand side, but just watch the pass, and it's that pass from Hanbury to the centre. Mellors, a lovely piece of skill there, chipping the ball back inside. Hanbury tracked really well and fielded the ball. And I think we'll see this better from the side angle. And that's a really good pass there. It's Mellors, pulls seniors in, and then there's a lovely kick there from Keir.
Well, Danny Maguire in back play there suddenly began limping, pulled up, and he's going off. So it's another huge blow for Leeds, having already lost Brent Webb. Now Danny Maguire is limping away. Well, only just back from injury, of course, and that's looking fairly serious.
It is, yes, and that's Webb and Maguire already in the dressing room.
Well, Leeds are at 6s and 7s here. Clinton Shivkovsky with a much easier kick than he had for his first attempt. Over it goes. Well, this is quite a turn-up here. Reece Hanbury's try.
Yeah, and there's home, but that looks A-OK to me. Looking at that looks A-OK. Lovely phase pass, and this is tremendous skill, isn't it, from Elliot Keir. Bounced up very nicely for the tracking Reece Hanbury, and he really is elated at this point to plonk the ball down and now give them a 10-point lead.
Well, 10-0, Crusaders leading here at Headingley. Who'd have thought this? And Leeds in the walls. Tanya.
Yeah, Danny Maguire's got a muscle strain in his quad, and the word is it is not looking good.
Well, Leeds are going to have to provide something here, produce something here, a real test of their temperaments and characters. Webb and Maguire, they're two really key strike players.
Well, the key strike players, but the other thing as well, David, there's 55 minutes plus left, and they've only got 15 players, and normally a 17-man game, 15 players with Brent Webb, you can see, strapped up in the changing rooms.
Well, the kick is awkward, seniors collected. Senior by name, senior by nature, of course, his 16th season in Super League. kind of his experience is going to be absolutely vital here from Leeds' point of view in what remains in this game.
So, move, hold.
McShane is on. He's another of the very good
Surrender.
young English players that are coming through at the moment. Now you see him, the dummy half. Justin Harris, former Leeds favourite, enjoying every moment in his current Crusaders guise. Burrow, Sinfield. His general qualities required to their extremes today. That's a good kick.
It is a good kick. What Kevin Sinfield said is, let's actually play a bit of football down in the Crusaders 20, because at this moment in time the Crusaders have dominated field position and possession.
Look at that, 67% possession for the Crusaders and 65% territory so far.
And that's the reason why the scoreboard's reflected on 10-0.
Move.
And Leeds have got the battle scars as well. You are just switching on Brent Webb and Danny Maguire, who came off the bench, have both gone off with injuries that look set to keep them out, certainly for the rest of this game.
5.
Sixth tackle coming up, so Crusaders looking for a kick here from Michael Witt. Now, has that gone too far? No, it's not. Just for a millisecond, it looked as though it was going out on the full, but taken easily by Ryan Hall.
Surrender. Stand. 1.
Here's Burrow. Smith onto Senior.
So, move. Go.
Just looking at the reshuffle in this Leeds line. Carl Ablett has come out to the three quarters, hasn't he? He's on the left centre's position at the moment. Lee Smith at full back at the moment, the way things stand.
Yeah, the senior standing on the wing. That's Delaney there. And he's come down against Lee Smith, I believe.
Saying something out of turn to the referee.
Well, I think he actually gave it that Lee Smith was holding one of the Crusaders down, trying to milk a penalty. We see here, there's a collision. Smith's not happy back. See him, left hand there, hold of O'Hara, the prop forward, trying to milk the penalty, and Steve Gams is just a little too smart for that.
So basically, you're saying, well done, referee?
Yes.
Hold.
In not so many
Hold.
words.
Go.
Crusaders setting up camp again inside the Leeds half. The sun's coming out here at Headingley.
1.
Not for Leeds, the clouds are gathering.
Hold.
But there will be a response.
Go.
You can bet your bottom dollar. Here comes Richard Moore.
So.
Dedicated this season, by the way, Richard Moore, to his young
Hold,
lad,
mate. Hold.
Harrison, who's battling against leukemia. Well, if you're watching on, Harrison, you can be proud of your dad. He set up the first try and he's leading by inspiration here. Hambry away to Witt. Witt across to Shivkovsky. Leads his three-quarter line. Not entirely sure where it should be defending now. They won't have trained for this. Thomas back to Witt. Hambry. Poor pass from Michael Witt.
Yeah, they've been disappointed, the Crusaders, there, because they were building pressure through completing sets, but it was just stood a little too wide. You see the pass there, just dipping at the last moment, and that caused the knock-on. So it's a bit of a relief for the Rhinos at the minute, but they just need to get to the Crusaders' end of the field and get the ball.
Surrender. Stand. Surrendered.
I've got with me Jamie Murphy, the 18th man for Crusaders. You can't believe how well this has started for you, I guess, can you?
It started brilliant. The crowd are getting on Leeds' back at the moment, and we're really starting to turn the screw a bit. We just need to keep being consistent, just punch out our sets, and hopefully finish down their end of the field and maybe get some points.
And maybe not be swung by the fact they've got so many injuries.
Oh, sorry, or them?
Them?
No, not really. Whatever Leeds put out is going to be a quality side, so obviously they got a massive reputation in Super League. We just got to keep working hard for each other and just hopefully get some points and, like I said, finish on their end of the field.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Move.
Sixth tackle coming up. Just a reminder that Leeds were without Ryan Bailey and Jamie Jones Buchanan before the game began in the 19, not in the 17-man squad.
Hold on.
Maguire and Webb having both gone off injured since kickoff.
1.
It's going to require a big effort from your Peacocks and your Lulais up the front, because they're going to have lots of game time.
Dominant! Stand two!
That's a pretty good tackle as well, restricting the yardage from the Crusaders.
Here's Thomas.
Surrender!
Welsh Rugby League international these days, as well as a former Welsh Rugby Union international.
Four!
Frank Winterstein.
Move! Hold!
Jared Sammett's on the field as well here. Oh, Richard Moore, he's having a good game. Sammett swinging away. Hanbury with a kick over the top. It's a good kick. Picked up by Smith. It's a solid chase from the Crusaders. And Sammett was the man who was targeted, but he did manage to tackle him.
They're playing the percentages really well, aren't they, the Crusaders? Looking after the ball, finishing the sets well, building field position. But that's a big let off for Leeds, and he's given an offside decision, Steve Ganson. And that will allow Leeds actually to start a set in either midfield or in the Crusaders' half, which has been a bit of a rarity in this first quarter of the game.
I think Robbie's got news. Robbie?
Oh, just the fact that, you know, this first 20 minutes of this game has been all about the Crusaders. They've really turned up and taken it to the Leeds Rhinos forward pack. But I just get the feeling that the screw is starting to turn, because the Crusaders have come up with a couple of errors, but also been giving away penalties as well. So keep your eye on the Rhinos right now.
And I called you Robbie Paul, didn't I? Or Robbie Hunter Paul these days.
I didn't want to correct you on camera.
Send my apologies to Mrs. Hunter Paul.
No worries.
Here's McShane. Leeds probing here. Sinfield. Cahill grabs hold and puts him down, but look how close Leeds are getting here. 10 yards out. It's possibly the best attacking position they've had for a long, long time. Peacock. Kirk has to go down with possession in hand. McShane. Little dash from dummy half again, and Baderas. But they're a yard away, and here comes tackle 6. Burrow, dummies, kicks. Shivkovsky covers, watches, and then takes it out of play for the dropout underneath the sticks.
That's a clever piece of play there from Rob Burrow. It's normally a left-footed kicker, but look here, great skill. He changed that for a little right-footed toe poke through, and Shivkovsky has got no option but just to make the ball safe. But it's actually building a bit of pressure with a repeat set for the Leeds Rhinos. So good play by the scrum half, Burrow. Yeah, Shivkovsky is making sure that they get plenty of oxygen in the lungs, and Steve Ganson just starts the clock once again.
Smith underneath it, safe enough with the catch. Kirk taking it in with plenty of muscle and endeavour, but easy pickings for the Crusaders' defence on that occasion. Now comes Peacock. The captain's not required. Pitts looks to his left and dummies past Thomas. Witt just got his ankles tapped. How big was that tackle? He was scoring.
It's a vital tackle,
and they might steal McShane. Leeds have their response.
Well, we've been saying, Dave, that it's the big names, your Peacocks, your Lulais, who've got to put the hand up. But it's two of the youngsters here, Paul McShane, who scored, and Jay Pitts, who made the initial break, who've really got the Rhinos back into this game. A lovely little show and go. Gareth Thomas drifts off him, and Michael Witt just prevents Jay Pitts from scoring with a great right-handed ankle tap. But Pitts remained composed, played the ball quickly, and what a lovely little piece of play there from Paul McShane. Again the dummy, again Thomas drifted outside, and over he goes for a great 4 points. That's got the Rhinos right back in it through these youngsters.
He's having a great season, isn't he, Paul McShane? He came through the academy. They've got so many players in this side that have come through the academy here at Leeds. You go back to the emergence of the likes of Rob Burrow and Danny Maguire and Kevin Sinfield, and here comes the latest crop. Paul McShane leading them.
There's a good hooker in the reserves as well called Hood for the Rhinos, and keep your eye out for him in the future.
There's a lot of good hookers around at the moment. There's a couple at Cass, aren't there? Milner and Clark, and you've got a couple of good young hookers at Wakefield. Sinfield's kick is magnificent. 6-10.
Well, that's a great response, isn't it? From adversity through injuries, adversity through the other team dominating, but that's great effort there from McShane. First of all the dummy, then the determination to crash over and ground the ball. That's brought him back in the game, Dave.
Just over midway through this first half. A little bit of balance restored. But the impact as well of Leeds not only losing their 2 strike players in Webb and Maguire is also the fact that they're down on numbers in terms of interchanges. In this modern game, they love to bring, the coaches love to bring the big players on and off all the time to give them the breathers, to make sure everybody's as fresh as possible. Well, of course, they've got 2 fewer players to deal with now, Leeds.
They certainly have, but it's the big guys who can keep being rotated, because Burgess, Kirkham certainly will be rotated with Peacock and Lulai and Clarkson, just to keep the momentum going for the Rhinos.
Hold. Go.
Here's Peacock. Good offload from Peacock. Smith knew it was coming and made sure he got there, but look how many red shirts are back. Smith has support though. Here's Clarkson. Clarkson on the angle. Sinfield with a handoff. Summit wouldn't let go. You're going nowhere. So Sinfield has to get up and play it. McShane's off again, but Dearest urging himself towards that line and drops it. He had it reefed.
Offside.
It's a penalty for Leeds.
Offside there, I believe. Didn't have both feet behind the line, but that's great work from Samet, chasing back, no, for his offensive play. That's a great defensive effort, but the Rhinos really building a bit of pressure here.
6 tackles to come as well. Kirk, the first to hammer at this Crusaders door. Plenty more will come knocking, and straight away it opens. Burrows pass, Jay Pitt scores, and in the blink of the eye, Leeds are asking, what crisis? It's all square again.
Well done, Jay Pitts. He's put his hand up. He's had a big influence on this game in the past 3 or 4 minutes. First of all, with the break for McShane's try, and secondly, actually crashing over for the try himself. I like Burrow's play, Rob Burrow, his part in this play as well. Look how he takes the ball to the line. It just interests Witt. Witt just turns inside, and Pitt hits the gap on the outside. Beautiful. Watch him turn Pitt towards him, and as soon as he turns, releases the ball. Jay Pitts is in the gap outside, and over he goes to equalise the scores. Lovely skill from Burrows. Great timing of the run and line of run from Jay Pitts.
Here's another of the Leeds lad in the team, although he's an ex-Wakey lad, isn't he, Jay Pitts?
He is, yes.
You had a hander in his development.
Well, he's always been renowned as a very good player, played in the England academy side, and he's got a big future ahead of him as the kid.
Kevin Sinfield to give Leeds the lead. He'll take his time. The kick is a good one, is it? Yes, it is. And out of the eye of the storm, Leeds have found the sunshine again. Pitt's try, Sinfield's goal, and they have the lead.
And Rob Burrow, superb. That's great scrum half play, right at the line, pulling defenders out of position and having the weight of pass to put a support player through the gap. Great scrum half play and a great line hit by that guy, Jay Pitts.
So how do Crusaders respond from here? Having conceded 2 tries in 3 minutes. Their quick-fire opening suddenly has given them no advantage whatsoever. They find themselves 2 points down.
1, move, hold, go.
Here's McShane. Peacock again. Look how defenders are drawn. That's the value of Jamie Peacock, isn't it? 3 defenders drawn towards him straight away.
Go.
And it was his offload earlier as well.
3rd, move, hold, go.
Here's McShane. Down the blind side with a kick. Shivkovsky. Safe. It's to take on Hall on the outside, but the winger, the big wing man, dragging him down.
Well, Callum Watkins with me, yet another injured Leeds player who's been out for a little while. It's quite some fight back from your side.
Yeah, a bit of a sloppy start with a bit of ball control, and they punished us for it. So credit to Crusaders, but credit to us as well to show that attitude to put back. So
how difficult though to play now that you've lost 2 players in Brent Webb and Danny Maguire? It's going to quite some reshuffle.
Yeah, it's definitely a couple of players might play longer minutes than usual. So I think we got the players that can show that stamina and attitude to play well.
And how long are you going to be out?
Up to 12 weeks. I had an op on my ligament and on my wrist, so it's quite a long time to heal. So hopefully I'll be back by then and try and claim a place in the team.
Thanks very much indeed, Callum.
No worries.
He's a great kid, Callum Watkins. Got a great smile, hasn't he? Got a good side step as well. Good return here by Senior. Smith and Ablett, who was a star last year in a Leeds route to the Challenge Cup final. And a few blockbusting performances.
Third. Move. Hold.
Here's McShane again, looking to get things moving once more. Delaney.
4. Move. Hold.
McShane, the speed is coming now from acting half. A little bit more zip from the ruck.
Yeah, he's really had a big impact, hasn't he, Paul McShane there? And he went off a quick play, the ball to eat the yards up. And here's the end from Rob Burrow.
They're under a little bit of pressure, but managed to get the kick away. Shivkovsky catches safely. Keir wants it and gets it and sees the gap and he's through. And Shivkovsky's with him as well. Keir now with a step. Back to Shivkovsky. Has he got the pace? I think he has. Ryan Hall's after him though. Great tackle by the winger. Needs to play it quickly if they're going to prosper here. They do. It's Keir. He's down. He's lost it.
Great defence.
Unbelievable.
That is sensational defence in the scramble mode from the Leeds Rhinos. And again, it's Jay Pitts. Now, if you look here, Keith Senior hasn't pushed up on the chase. That's the gap Keir goes through. Keith Senior misses the pass. Great composure from the wingman there. Pops the ball inside. But just look at Carl Hall tearing across from the other side of the field. That's a great scramble tackle. Then what about this? We looked all over the try scorer, Elliot Keir, and Jay Pitts once again reefs the ball one-on-one. That's magnificent defence. We talk about offensive attacking play, but that's great defensive play. And what an impact Jay Pitts is having on this game.
It's a cracker.
1. Move. Go.
A reminder that it's not all on BBC One today. If you want to carry on with this, and you will, second half on BBC Two, 4:05. If you were thinking about it before, you're not thinking about it now, are you? You know this is an absolute classic cup tie here today. It's about 15 minutes away, that switch of channels, by the way. There are people watching this recorded tonight thinking, oh, I didn't know it was changing channels. And they're going to miss a second half. Hard luck, you're going to miss a classic. Good offload again. Leeds are doing well. Burrow, dancing steps by him, and off he goes! Foot down, and fires it in! This is a champion side, providing a real champion response when the chips were down.
Well, you saw there, it was like a sports car going into turbocharge. Absolutely first class from the scrum half, Rob Burrow. Lovely offload, but just watch here how he stands Michael Witt up. It just stands him up, then he says, do you want to race? Well, you've lost it. And that's absolutely magnificent pace from Rob Burrow. Great work from Badeiras, out he goes from dummy half. A little inside ball from Sinfield, lovely offload, great composure from Kirk, another lovely offload, then look at this, change of pace, down it goes, full throttle, turbocharge, good night over the line. What a great try.
How much does this Challenge Cup mean to Leeds? How much now does it mean to the Crusaders? Where do they respond from here?
Well, they've had virtually no ball for the last 5-7 minutes or whatever. Rhinos have dominated the recent possession, and my word, have they made it tell.
I think it's blew up. I felt something warm on my back.
Steve Ganson just complaining about the technology, I think, the referee. Kevin Sinfield. The South stand behind him. The most passionate and fanatical of Leeds fans tend to stand, and they will be as one with their standoff and goal kicker here, trying to blow it over, and over it goes. Wonderful kick by Kevin Sinfield, 100% for him. 18-10, Leeds are leading.
wasn't it a great try this? I just love that footwork. Then I love it when he just puts the gap down. You can see he's happy to have a foot race with anybody on that field is Rob Burrow, because he's very, very confident that he'd win the majority, and he certainly won that foot race against Michael Witt for a very good try.
Careful blending in, it's calling out.
Well, don't forget earlier in the game, reminder of the score, 18-10, Leeds are leading here. But earlier in the game when Crusaders were leading by 10 points to nil, Crusaders' possession was something like the 67-65% in their favour. Look how it's switched now. Leeds suddenly dominating possession, 54 to 46, and they've narrowed the gap significantly on territory as well.
They have, but there's a bit of a brave take from Lee Smith there. And he fielded the ball, and Rob Burrow is asking Steve Gans if there's any illegal play there, and he certainly caught him with the upper arm.
Mark Bryant, wasn't it?
Yep. Well, he's pulling Mark Bryant over for a word with the captain as well as Bryant.
Because he's going down, there's an allegation of contact with the elbow. The incident's going to go on report from the touch judge. Be very, very careful. It's going to be a penalty to Leeds. Okay, mate, it's a penalty, mate.
Well, he's got on report, so the disciplinary panel at the RFL will have a look at that this coming week to see if it
dangerous contact
does require any further action in terms of suspensions or whatever.
Well, I think that's very well handled once again by the referee. Consulted with his touch judge, came to the conclusion it was a penalty, which I agree with, and also the fact it's gone on report for the RFL to look at. So good piece of refereeing again from Mr. Ganson.
6 minutes left to play in this first half. It's been a story of changing fortunes.
Move!
Here's Burrow. Sinfield. They're having to come and search back on this near side. Clarkson's offload and Pitts with a dash. Badira stands and waits. Oh, that's a poor pass by him.
Play on 4.
But it hit
back here,
a Leeds arm and went backwards, the referee says, so it's not a knock-on. Well, that's a good offload. Badiris is standing and waiting. Badiris pops it over the top. Oh, it's bounced behind Senior. Oh.
Well, that's half a chance gone a begging there, isn't it? Really is. That could have gone to hand. I think Keith Senior's over in the sideline. Lovely offload again from Danny Badiris, tracking on the inside as a good hooker should. A speculator out the back door, and that's why rugby ball's shaped like that. It just bounced out of the path of Keith Senior.
Who's here? Okay,
half a chance, but half a chance gone a begging.
Okay, mate. Out!
Crusaders needing to score next, maybe.
I think there just needs a bit of normality to the game at the minute, because it started out all Crusaders, and then Leeds have really fought the way back in and played some great rugby. But we haven't seen really an arm wrestle set for set scenario yet.
It's Cahill. Really good, strong, durable player. Cahill. Samet out from dummy half, and Ben Flower, another of the younger Welsh players who are making their way through rugby league here. Cardiff-born Ben Flower. Hanbury. Oh, and it's again a half opportunity here, maybe. No way to go for Elliot Keir. It's a good story, by the way, Elliot Keir.
Well, that's
a collector's item. Richard Moore with a kick. Hep Cahill's taken it. The ball's kept alive.
Play on!
And Leeds have it through Ryan Hall. What exactly happened there?
I think we're watching Monty Python's then, weren't we? A prop forward kicking, a back rower going up and claiming the ball, and then who wants it? Well, Leeds want it in the end, and it was Ryan Hall. It's a bit surreal, that passage of play.
Here's McShane at dummy half. Delaney's lost it in the tackle from Hanbury. And again, there are two players out there in Crusaders shirts, Hanbury and the number 7, Jared Sabat. You wouldn't normally put in the top tackling category, but they both come up with big tackles here today.
They really have. Samet was a try saver from a Leeds break, and that was an error forcer, if we'd like to use that, from Reece Hanbury got the shoulder in at the ball carrying arm, forced the header, and consequently they've got the possession.
Hanbury just threatening to make the break. Move! Samet up in support, but it's taken off by Elliot Keir. He's been on loan at one of the Championship clubs, Hunslet, for most of the season. Called back today because of problems, personnel problems, but my word, he's having an influence so far today as that just rolls out of play.
And just see he took that ball dead.
And that's a good tackle from Rob Burrow, isn't it? Defending wide there in the left-hand centre channel. Came out of Thomas.
Leeds head and feed. Okay.
Oh, I'd have thought that may well have been a knock-on, to tell you the truth.
Well, what he's decided was that he'd kick the ball. He'd actually kicked the ball before it hit the ground, so therefore it's rolled out of play. So that's why it's a scrum head and feed.
Oh, right.
What are you saying, Dave?
I'll accept your explanation, Dave.
Don't worry about that.
Because
you
it's
don't think
factual.
I've got enough?
Here comes Ablett.
Clinton, keep your head in the scrum, mate. One! Move! Dominant!
Muscular challenge. Good effort by Winterstein with the tackle there. Winterstein's there again doing his work, making sure there's no progress from those Leeds players. The sun's coming out again. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Raining, sunny.
Well, they're really making Sam at work as well, though. He's defending the middle channel as a hooker, and they really are working him over the Rhinos.
Rob Burrows kicks charge down. It's taken well by Sinfield. It'll be another 6 here because it was played at by the Crusaders player.
I like Kevin Sinfield's transition there, Dave. His transition of thought. He saw a half opportunity, he got the ball, and consequently it's given Leeds another good attacking position.
Badeiras. Tackles in the bag. Distance made. Here they find themselves. A position to strike, but the ball didn't quite go to hand for Lee Smith. He's kicked that away a little bit petulantly, and the referee has given the penalty against him.
Bring the captain.
He's going to put this on report, I think.
Nice.
This is going to be a very interesting little chat here with Steve Ganson. Bring your captain with you, he said.
If you don't know, you've got the problem.
It's like the head teacher bringing the naughty boy to his study.
Time's still gone. The time's still gone. Guys, time off. Stand up. I've got 2 acts here. I've got him holding on players, disagreeing with that. Then he boots the ball away after the ball's passed forward. That's apparently my fault. Come back here and speak in. If it happens again, I'll take action against him. Last time.
It's great, isn't it?
Take that, Lee Smith.
The little fella in the green shirt has them eating out of his hands, and long may it be that way in rugby league.
And rightly so as well. We don't like petulant acts like that, and well dealt with by the man in green.
Go.
Samet with a tap. Witt helps it on again. Winterstein, Cahill rather, driving it in.
1!
5 tackles from here, but we're not going to have time for those because just a matter of seconds. So Hanbury with a kick. Senior's taken it well enough. And the tackle will cue the half-time hooter. What a half it's been. Crusaders up, Leeds responding despite all the problems they've had. And at half-time, Leeds are leading this by 18 points to 10.